Right now, your dog knows something about you that you have never told them. They know how you move when you are happy versus how you move when something is wrong. They know the difference between the sound of your keys when you are leaving for work and the sound of your keys when you are just moving them from one place to another. They know which side of the bed is yours. They know your breathing pattern when you are asleep. They have been studying you quietly, constantly, with a precision that most humans never apply to anyone. And here is the question nobody asks. If your dog knows all of that about you, do they know that you love them? Not assume, not hope. No. The answer is yes, but not in the way you think. Not because of the treats or the cuddles or the baby voice you use only for them, though those things matter. Your dog knows they are loved because of something far older, far more biological, far more specific than any of that. And they have been showing you the proof every single day. 7 behaviors, 7 moments you have probably seen 100 times and never fully understood. Once you know what they actually mean, what is happening inside your dog's brain and nervous system when they do them, you will never look at your dog the same way again. Stay for number 7. Everything in this video is building toward it. And when you get there, I think you will feel it. Let us begin. 1. The full body. Yes. You are not doing anything special. You have not called them. You have not picked up the leash. There is no food involved. You simply sat down on the couch, at the kitchen table, on the floor, and your dog noticed. Now watch what happens next. Watch how times they come to you. A dog who is uncertain about a person or who has not yet decided whether that person is truly safe moves carefully. The body stays compact. Steps are measured. There is a quiet tension held in the muscles, a readiness to retreat if needed. But a dog who knows they are loved, the whole rear end gets involved. The tail is not simply wagging. It is pulling the back half of their body with it. The head is up. The steps are loose, almost bouncy. Some dogs break into a full-body wiggle that starts at the shoulders and travels all the way to the tip of the tail. Animal behaviorists call this times loose body language times, and it is one of the most precisely studied signals in canine behavioral science. What it means, physiologically, is this. Every muscle in that dog's body is operating without defensive tension. The nervous system is broadcasting the same message from every joint, every posture, every movement simultaneously. There is no threat here. There is no need to protect myself. There is only this person, and I am going to them. Dogs do not do this for everyone. They cannot. The loose, full-body approach is not a performance. It is a physiological response. It requires a nervous system that has accumulated enough positive, consistent, predictable experience with a specific person to completely lower its guard. That means every time you were calm when they needed calm, every time something startled them and you were steady, every time they came to you and something good happened. Every ordinary day that passed without anything going wrong, your dog's nervous system was keeping records. And the full body wiggle is what those records look like when they walk toward you. It is not just a greeting. It is a verdict reached through hundreds of moments of evidence. You are safe. You are mine. And my whole body knows it. 2. The glance that changes everything. You are at the park, or the garden, or somewhere with enough space for your dog to roam. They are several meters away, nose down, completely absorbed in something you cannot see or smell, investigating something in the grass with the kind of focused intensity that makes it clear the entire rest of the world has temporarily ceased to exist for them. And then, without any prompt, they stop, look up, find you. A quick glance, 2 seconds at most, just to confirm you are still there. And then straight back to the grass, the investigation, the world of scent and discovery that you will never fully access. Scientists call this times social referencing, and it is one of the most documented indicators of secure attachment in the entire animal behavior literature. The behavior was first observed in human infants. A toddler placed in an unfamiliar room will explore, but only up to a point. Periodically, they look back at their caregiver, not because something is wrong, not because they need anything, but because the caregiver's presence is the condition that makes exploration feel possible in the first place. Remove the caregiver, and the child stops exploring. They move toward the door. They become distressed. Your dog does the exact same thing. Research into canine attachment has confirmed that the voluntary check-in glance occurs specifically with the person the dog is bonded to, not with strangers, not with other dogs, not with whoever happens to be nearby. With you. What that glance is actually saying in the language of neuroscience and attachment theory is this: you are my compass. As long as I can find you, I am all right. The world is interesting because you are in it with me. The next time your dog looks up from what they are doing just to find you and then goes right back to it, do not take it for granted. That 2-second glance is one of the most scientifically precise expressions of love an animal can offer. They were not checking on you, they were checking times for times you. There is a difference, and that difference is everything. 3. Neurological surrender. This one requires you to pay attention to something most people never think to look for. Not whether your dog sleeps near you, how times they sleep near you. There is a meaningful difference between a dog who dozes nearby and a dog who has truly let go. Deep sleep, the stage where the paws begin to twitch, where the body moves slightly as if they are running somewhere in a dream, where small sounds sometimes escape them, is the stage of total neurological surrender. Every protective instinct is offline. Awareness is completely gone. The body is defenseless in the most literal biological sense, and your dog chose to go there, with you present, in your space. This is not a small thing. In the wild, deep sleep was the most dangerous moment in any animal's day. Predators found you in sleep. The part of your dog's brain responsible for survival, the part that never fully disappears no matter how safe and domestic their life becomes, has not forgotten that. Falling into genuine deep sleep beside another being is one of the most profound acts of biological trust that exists. It means your dog has learned, through 1,000 ordinary moments with you, that nothing bad happens when their guard is down. That this space, this specific space, with this specific person, is the one place in the world where they do not need to stay alert. Try this. Pay attention to how your dog sleeps when they are near you versus how they sleep alone in another room or in an unfamiliar place. The difference is visible, deeper, slower, more completely at rest. That softness in their body is not simply tiredness. It is the evidence that your presence has made safety into something their nervous system believes completely, not just accepts, but times believes. 4. The weight of the lean. You are in the kitchen, maybe waiting for something, maybe just standing, thinking about something else entirely, not paying particular attention to your dog. And then you feel it, the gentle, deliberate weight of a dog pressing the side of their body against your leg. No jumping, no pawing, no sound, just weight, warmth, presence. Most people respond with a brief pat and move on. It is so quiet, so understated, that it barely registers. But stop for a moment, because what is happening in that exact moment is worth understanding. In canine social behavior, deliberate, uninstructed body contact initiated without any external trigger, without food nearby, without excitement, without anything to motivate it, is one of the clearest expressions of affiliation that exists. It is what dogs do with the members of their social group they feel most deeply bonded to. They are not seeking warmth. They are not anxious. Nothing is wrong. They are simply choosing, in a completely unprompted, ordinary Tuesday afternoon moment, to close the physical distance between you. Because their nervous system is calmer when it is touching yours. Think about what that actually means. Your dog's body at rest, unstimulated, with nothing to gain, actively seeks physical contact with you. Not because something is wrong, not because they need anything, because being near you, being times against times you, is where their nervous system most naturally rests. That lean is not a small gesture. It is a quiet, weight-bearing declaration about what you have become to them. You are not just their person. You are their resting state. 5. The interactive moment. The empathy test. This one is something you can try tonight. Right now, if your dog is in the room, wait until your dog is settled, relaxed, looking in your general direction. Then yawn. A full, slow, completely deliberate yawn. Open mouth. The whole performance. And then watch carefully what your dog does in the next 30 seconds. In humans, contagious yawning, catching a yawn from someone else, has been studied for decades as one of the most reliable behavioral markers of empathy. The more empathetic a person is, the more susceptible they are to catching a yawn. It is a neurological response that reflects deep social attunement, your nervous system mirroring another's involuntary signal. For a long time, scientists believed this was uniquely human. Then, the research on dogs began to surface. A study published in the journal Times PLOS One Times found that dogs yawn contagiously in response to human yawns. But here is what makes it extraordinary. They do it significantly more often with their times, own owners' times, than with strangers. The effect was strongest in the dogs with the closest, most secure bonds to the person yawning. What this tells us is not just that your dog is watching you. It tells us that your dog is so deeply attuned to you, so neurologically wired into your signals, that even an unconscious, involuntary physical movement from your body triggers a matching response in theirs. That is not habit. That is not coincidence. That is the biological echo of a bond that has been building every single day you have spent together. If your dog yawned back at you just now, that yawn was not random. That was love. Measured, documented, real. 6. The exhale. Most people focus on the excitement of the greeting when they come home. The spinning, the noise, the complete inability to get through the front door without being treated as though you have returned from a long expedition to somewhere very far away. But the moment that actually tells you everything happens about 60 seconds later. Watch what your dog does once the initial wave of excitement settles. Do they find a spot near you and simply stop? Do they let out a long, slow exhale, the kind that seems to come from somewhere deeper than just tired lungs and just rest? Body loose, eyes soft, everything quieting all at once. That exhale is not tiredness. That is a nervous system completing a transition. Research into canine stress responses has shown that dogs left alone experience elevated cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone for extended periods during owner absence. The routine is broken. The house is too quiet. The person their biology is oriented around is absent. Your return does not simply bring joy. It triggers a measurable physiological reset. Cortisol drops. Heart rate slows. Breathing deepens. The body returns to its baseline, not gradually, but specifically in response to your time's presence. And here is the detail that tells you everything about the depth of your bond. The speed of that reset is directly proportional to the security of the attachment. A dog with a strong, settled bond calms quickly not because they are easygoing, but because their nervous system trusts completely that the source of their safety has returned. There is no residual uncertainty. No lingering alertness, just the immediate, full-body recognition that everything is all right again. If your presence alone is enough to bring your dog from wound up to genuinely peaceful within a few minutes, that speed is a measurement. You have become their emotional anchor, and they reset to you the way a compass resets to north, automatically, completely, without hesitation. 7 signs. The full-body approach of a nervous system with nothing left to guard. The glance across the park that says, "Times I can explore because you are here." The deep sleep that only happens in one place in the whole world. The quiet lean against your leg on an ordinary Tuesday. The yawn that echoes yours across the room. The exhale that only comes when you walk through the door. And the face they look for when the world stops making sense. None of these are dramatic. None of them require anything from you. They are simply what love looks like when it has no words. If you watched this video and found yourself thinking, "Times that is my dog," that is exactly what they do. Times that recognition you are feeling is not projection. That is you seeing, maybe for the first time, what has been there the whole time. Leave a comment and tell us, which one of these made you think of your dog? Which moment did you see them in? Because every story shared here is someone else seeing their dog clearly, maybe for the first time. Subscribe if this changed something for you. Every video on this channel starts with a question most dog owners have never stopped to ask, and then goes looking for the real answer. Not the simplified version, not the comfortable assumption. The actual science, explained in a way that feels like a conversation. Your dog has been paying attention to you every single day. It might be time to return the favor,